Okay, welcome back. Let's talk about the project. I have received some emails from students asking for the project, especially for the reports to upload to Canvas. So in the following lectures, I'd like to provide a detailed description of a project. If we go to the course web page, if you still remember the URL, right? It's ifmnap.org/courses.html. If we go to the course web page, we have a hyperlink connected to the project description. So by clicking this link, we can go to the project description. So the project we plan to do for the course will be a semester-long project. Let me enlarge the font for you. And which will be a substantial independent research or engineering efforts related to the real-world database management issues. And students can have two different options. The first option will be about research flavor project or about the implementation flavor project. Normally for the research projects, they are for the PhD students, and for the masters with research backgrounds, they can also choose this topic as well on research instead. So for the research flavor project, the students are required to identify an interesting and non-trivial real-world problem that belongs to the data management, data mining, or analytics field. And the student may also need to figure out novel solutions to the problem and perform a thorough theoretical or experimental studies to test the soundness, efficiency, and effectiveness of the method. So generally for the project on research, which will be very similar to write a paper, you need to identify a problem which are interesting and non-trivial. You need to find a problem first, and then based on your analysis as well as your knowledge, you need to propose a new method or new model to address a problem. At the same time, you also need to implement your method and also test it based on the real-world data sets. So which will be very similar to the papers we write, right? I mean, for the PhD students, if you have any backgrounds on research, I think this research project will be very easy for you to do, right? Because it will be similar to what you have done before for your own research projects. Another kinds of topic will be on the implementation of the project, which is created for the master students who don't have much experiences on the research. So for the implementation project, the students may need to select one or several published full research papers from the leading database or data mining conferences. And we have examples for database conferences. We have Sigmod, VODB, ICDE. For data mining conferences, we have KDD, right? As well as ICDM and SDM. You can choose a paper from these kinds of conferences which are published on or after 2009, and also implement the code, algorithm, and systems specified in the paper, and carry out all the experimental studies performed in the paper. Compare between these two different flavors. So for the research project, which actually covers all the things we need to do on research, identify the problem, propose the method, test the method, and then do the experiments. However, for the implementation project, you don't need to find a problem by yourself. You don't need to propose a method. The only thing you need to do is to implement the proposed method in the papers, and then implement it and also test it with the experiments. So which will be much easier compared with the first, the project, compared with the research projects. Because this one you need to find a problem and then propose a method. This one you don't need to propose a problem, you don't need to propose a method, you just need to get a paper which are published already. Inside the paper they have a method ready for you to implement. And you need to focus on implementing the method and also test it with the experiments. So the project will be based on teamwork. In other words, the student may need to form a team with 2 members and collaborate together on the project. The main reason is because after your graduation, you may have to collaborate with some either students or some senior people or your colleagues. So it is a great opportunity for you to practice your collaboration skills. And students are also welcome to discuss their problems, ideas, as well as potential solutions and methods with the TA, with the instructor, or even with other faculty members throughout the semester. If you have an advisor who is also working on similar topics, and you can discuss with your advisor as well, that should be fine for me. So this is an overview for the project as well as 2 flavors of the project you can choose from. I'd like to suggest you choose your topic as with flavor as early as possible because this workload can be very heavy. If you choose a research project, in other words, in the semester, you may have to do a paper out, which is novel, with a novel problem, with a novel method, also with complete experiments. If you're working on an implementation project, you also need to do the whole experiments as well, which can require lots of efforts. So for the math students, it will be optional. You can either choose the research project or the implementation project. Okay, so this is about the overview. Then let's go to the milestones or the stages.